Hey guys, what's going on? Sarah Hall, the Wealthy Optimist here. Thank you for tuning in. I am on my daily quarantine walk. I have Tower Bridge behind me, and over there you can see the square mile of London. I just walked from my house. It's about a 15-minute walk here from my apartment, which I am so grateful for. I used to live in Canary Wharf, and I lived there for a year since I moved to London. Should I take these off? Whatever. And I lived there for, a year. And then I moved over to, it's called St. Catharines Docks. And it's a way better area, honestly. I look like crap right now, and there's nothing that anybody can do about it because it's just the state that the world is in. So there's nothing we can do about it. We're going to look like this, and this is going on the internet. So everybody chill. I think I've looked worse in travel videos before. But I wanted to talk a little bit about fear today, a little bit about courage, a little bit about not letting fear take control of your life in a time when it's so easy to let our thoughts run away with us, run away from us, just get out of control. And a little bit about courage and having that courage to stay strong through this and to find ways through the darkness and see some light and good that can come from this. And I just wanted to share some of those thoughts with you today. And I hope that this can, make you feel a little bit brighter. I've got to change the way I'm holding this, so bear with me for a second. Oh, okay. I'm not going to edit these because I'm just putting them right onto YouTube. So forgive me for how they are because there's no changing it. You'll notice that there are people out. We're all social distancing from each other. I'll give you a little bit of a view around if you want to see. There's nobody anywhere near me. Fear. Let's start with fear. It is so easy right now for us to be really afraid. And the past couple of weeks, I've been going through several different emotions, and they're varying from extreme loneliness, frustration, sadness, hyper productivity, new goals, learning new skills. I guess that would be like drive. I've had like really high moments of drive. I've also had really low moments where I'm depressed and anxious and unable to kind of fill the void of what was missing. I'm a highly extroverted person, but that being said, I've spent a lot of time alone, traveling the world and moving here by myself. So my whole family's back in Canada. And although I miss them so dearly right now, and this has been so hard, I can't let the fear of, what's going to happen make me locked, get me stuck in a mindset that I can't force myself out of. And what I mean by that is the fear of what's going to happen. The UK isn't doing the best right now. I mean, I'm trying not to check the media very much because the media basically is a fear machine. Okay. I had some good advice from a friend of mine who said to only look at, I'm getting distracted because there's the cutest little kid and the cutest little Pomeranian dog. And she's running away from her owner, and it's funny. Look at that. She's booking it. Anyways. Now I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, the media. Yeah, I had some good advice from a friend of mine, and she said to only check the government websites for updates or the WHO. And that's basically what I've been doing. But I've actually, over the weekend, today's Sunday, and over the weekend I've just decided not to look at all because I don't want to see it. I don't want to feel triggered by stuff that it affects me in a major way. It affects all of us right now. But we don't need to be constantly overwhelmed by it. You don't need to be in it every second of the day. If you need to check in once and see it, do that. But limit it because it's just driving fear. And the media is a propaganda fear beast, and right now they are in their prime. Like, they are thriving on this situation, and you guys are lapping it up, and it's not beneficial for any of us to just sit in that space. And I'm encouraging you to get out of that space and to instead direct your attention and your energy towards a space of gratitude for what you do have right now, a space of peace for this time when you're able to be alone to reflect on your thoughts, where you can get something out of the solitude. You can make a new plan and find a new sense of normal amongst something that feels so abnormal. And it is. This is something that we're all going through as a collective unit around the world in varying degrees. And everybody's dealing with it differently. And I just encourage you to find that space that's safe for you so that fear doesn't take you away right now. Because that's not going to be helpful for you or for anybody around you either. And I just want to encourage you to have courage right now, because as much as you believe that this is as bad as it's going to get, it's not. It's going to get worse before it gets better. And as much as you believe that this feels like it's never going to end, it will. It's going to end, and things are going to go back to normal, as normal as it will be after this. And we can't predict what to expect out of this, but I just encourage you to find that ability to see that there's an end to all things, and there's an end to this stress that you're feeling, this anxiety, this overwhelm, this confusion, this muddled thoughts, this what do I do with my life right now kind of feeling. And just have courage to know that it is going to end. And whether it's after the summer or in a month or in 6 months or in a year, we will be able to go back to doing the things that we love. And I encourage you to take this time to think about the things that you're grateful for. What things did you take for granted before you were locked inside your house for weeks on end, only allowed out once a day? What did you take for granted? Are there friends that you constantly said you were too busy to go hang out with, and now you're like, I wish I had said yes all those times? Did you take little things for granted? Like, I love going out for walks. I walk every day, probably like 12 kilometers a day on my regular days. Like, that's my normal. And when I am in this state of being allowed to go out only once and for a much more limited time of exercise, I realize that I sometimes took for granted just the little things around, and being able to appreciate how fortunate I am to live in such a beautiful city with so much beauty and difference around it. These pigeons are getting closer and closer. Social distance. And how fortunate I am to, live in a place where there's so much to see and there's so much beauty, and wherever you are in the world right now, you have that too, you have that beauty, you have that ability to find the good in all the little things. And this is a message of hope. It's a message of understanding that we're all in this together, and whatever you're doing right now to try to make sense of it, you're doing just fine. You're doing just fine exactly how you are. You don't need to follow anybody else's agenda right now. There's a fucking spider on me. Anyways, I hate spiders. Where did it go? Okay. We're cool. It's gone, I think. Okay. You don't need to follow anybody else's agenda right now. Just be, We always just are, but now we just have to be at home, or be able to enjoy the little things a little bit less frequently. And another thing I took for granted is just people. I love people. You know, I miss just being able to talk to people like face to face. I want to encourage you as well to, while you're out on your, walks and stuff like that, instead of eyeing people up like they're some kind of potential enemy, have a smile, smile at people. Stay 2 meters away from them, but smile, say hi. People need more joy and more kindness right now. They don't need to, be stared down wondering if potentially they have like coronavirus, smile at people, stop, get out of your own mind, because it's a bad neighborhood, and just try to live a little bit more. Just appreciate where we are right now, because this is teaching us something, and it's teaching us a lot. It's definitely teaching me a lot. I just hope this gives you something to reflect on, and a little bit of hope that it is going to end. Just what can you do in the meantime to give yourself a sense of purpose? And there are a lot of different memes floating around. Some of them are shaming people for not being productive, and some of them are saying, sit on the couch and watch 40 hours of Netflix. And I think that neither of those are right. I think that you need to find what works for you right now, and you need to do that. And you need to take care of yourself. Because if you don't take care of yourself, whatever that means for you, whether that means that you are highly productive or you are relaxing more, whatever that means for you, you need to do that, because taking care of your mental health in a time like this is the most important thing that you can do for yourself. So I just encourage you to, find time to do things for yourself. The things that have kept me going, I made a video, you can check it out, healthy habits to keep doing while you're in quarantine. Things that have been helping me are having a routine, going to bed at 10 max and getting up at 6:30, 6 every day, consistently, even while I could be, sleeping in on the weekends or something until noon if I wanted to, and staying until 4 a.m. I don't do that because it makes me feel healthy and happy and normal to keep my routine, keep my schedule, Some other things that have been helping me are meditating daily. Just felt like that spider was coming back. And communicating, keeping in touch with positive friends, and unfollowing people that are spreading a lot of negativity, because I don't need that. And this has also given me some time to reflect that I want to draw into my life some more ambitious friendships in my circle. And wow, it's just going really windy. I should crop out, but I'm not going to. I'm filming this on my iPhone. Stop, wind. Please. Thank you. But it's making me feel like and notice that I want to have some more. Let's walk away from this place. If I move, it will be better. That I want to have some more ambitious friendships in my life. It didn't get better, it got worse. Oh, there's better. Because there are a lot of things I want to accomplish, and some of the people that are in my circle, or just in general, they are reacting. How do I say this? They're not making me feel better to talk to them, if that makes sense. And if you notice things like that happening in your life right now, and you're feeling triggered by certain people that you're talking to, or you're feeling more anxious after you talk to them, maybe they're not the kind of person you want in your life. And it's made me realize that I want to have more centered, grounded relationships and friendships, and people who are healthier overall and working on their emotional intelligence on a level that I am, and drawing those things into their lives, and have goals and dreams, and are active and spiritual. And maybe take this time to really reflect on what you want and what your values are, what your vision is for your life, where you want to take it, where you want to go. You know, don't put pressure on yourself right now, but just take some time to reflect, because there's lots of time to reflect right now. There's lots of time to reflect. There's lots of time to journal. There's lots of time to do self-care. And I think it's important that all of us are doing that right now. All of us are doing self-care. All of us are doing something that is going to make something good come out of this. I'm going to leave you guys there. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. Please share it with somebody. Please comment and tell me where you're tuning in from, what you got out of this message, if you got anything. And I'm sending out, I choose subscribers and send out autographed copies of my books and free courses and different stuff like that. So I would love to be able to do that for you. So share this around and please subscribe. And I hope that you guys have a beautiful, beautiful day. Okay? Lots of love. Thank you for watching.